Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're going to talk about gold and silver, platinum, palladium, precious metals. You know, even though I advocate buying precious metals, if you look at charts, look over time, and look over history, you'll see there's some opportune moments to buy precious metals. We're going to talk about this today. Should you buy precious metals? And I've spoken about this before in a previous video about the economics collapse, the crisis. But today it's all gold, and today I have a challenge for some people. Put your money where your mouth is. So, please like, subscribe, click the bell so you get the latest updates, and even share my videos. So now, let's get to it. Welcome back. All right, I'll get to the challenge in a second, but let's talk about this gold, silver, precious metals. Now, in previous video, I outlined some of the dates, such as you could have bought gold, silver. I'll just stick with silver because there's a lot of these silver gurus out here taking advantage of people. Let's start it off with the simple scenario. Let's say today it's $14.50. That's not the real amount, but it's around there. I think it's around $14.25. But for our discussion and our example, let's call it $14.50 is what the COMEX says that the price is today. What is kind of amazing is the fact that just like a stockbroker, it's like a commission being taken. Spot price is what they call this at $14.50 that you're buying. Well, actually, you're not buying. So when you buy from a dealer or you have to buy from some of these gurus and these people telling you the sky's falling, they add on 50 cents, 75 cents, $1.50. So they get to make the difference. So when you're buying, it's not $14.50. It's going to cost you $16.25, let's say. All right. Then you say, hey, I want to sell. You don't get to sell back at $16.25. They're just going to tell you, okay, it's $14.50. We'll give you $13.75. That difference right there is lost money. Now I know what you're saying, you silver stackers. You're sitting up there telling me, hey, Eric, hey, man, this is for a rainy day. You know, we're stacking it. It's for generational wealth. I'm going to hand it off to my kids. Come on, man. Let's get real with this nonsense. Let me explain something to you. Let's say you had 1,200 ounces of silver. I'll stick with silver because gold's a little heavier. But we'll stick with silver. 1,200 ounces of silver is roughly going to be 100 pounds, and that doesn't even include what vehicle you're storing the items in. So 1,200 ounces at, I'll just say $10 meant, you know, you spent like 12, well, you spent more than 12 grand because you have that spot price. So if we're doing the example I mentioned earlier, you would have spent damn near $19,000 to acquire these 12,000 ounces. Okay. So I'm off a little bit with my numbers today. Okay. I mean 1,200 ounces. Okay. 1,200 ounces. So here we are spending 1,200 ounces, 100 pounds, and now you're a stacker. So you say, hey, I got 3,000 ounces. That's 300 pounds. Okay. And so, as they say, SHTF, things hit the fan. And now you're talking about taking out silver, carrying it around in what? To go exchange it for what? Because I'm trying to tell you, I don't see people running down to Venezuela, quote unquote, using their gold, silver, platinum, and precious metals to go buy businesses and invest. And somebody's willing to accept it because you can't exchange it. So when SHTF does hit the fan, what are you going to do? But anyhow, so the stackers tell me it's in case of something. So I in turn say, okay, that's fine. Everybody has their way they save money and do things, right? So fair enough. Disposable income, you save. But did you know if you check the charts, all you have to do is go, like I said, just I buy from AppMex. All right. I'm not buying anything. I'll just tell you right now. I suggest you get a little bit here and there, but I'm not buying anything right now because the US government and others manipulate the market, the feds. So therefore, it's going to drop. And I'll just say it right now. If you look at 2008, 2009, when stuff hit the fan and the stocks market was falling, housing prices were falling, sure enough, people want out. They want to invest in something that can make them money. So what do? The feds make sure that the precious metals markets go down. So then people don't look around going, hey, that's where I'm going to put my money because that's a way to preserve it. No, they don't do that. So it goes down, so therefore you don't put your money in there. But if you would have put your money in there at, let's say, a price of $10 or $11, when it shot up to $40, $50, you would have made at least 4 or 5 times your money. Meanwhile, the housing market and stocks and all that, they were still down in the ultimate, at the time, 2010, 2011. But after 2011, that was your window of opportunity to take advantage. You could have been all the way up to, I believe, $60, $70, $80 an ounce. But then, of course, government manipulation kicks in, so they have to bring the prices back down because now they want people to put their money into housing, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, 401ks, pensions, things like that. So once you understand how this is played, then you understand if you're a stacker, you have been played because these gurus are telling you in 2011, hey, sky's the limit, buy some more while it's coming down. 2012, while it's dropping to $70 an ounce or 60, they're telling you buy some more. It's going to go back up. 2013, while it's down to 30, 40, they're telling you buy some more because we're at the bottom. It's going to go back up. All the while, they're making money while you're buying. Remind you, whether it's going up or going down, if they're a dealer or seller, they're making money because they get a commission every time you buy and sell. So now you're collecting worthless, you're putting stuff in cold storage. At those prices, you buy ounces or bars, whatever you want to do. At those prices, you took your money, the currency, the fiat currency that you say is going to collapse, you took that off the table and you put something in a dark hole that earns you zero. Meanwhile, there's inflation every day. So your money that you put in storage in 2013 is worth less than it is now when you break it out of cold storage. So you bought gold, silver, precious metals, but we're stick with silver at this time. So they kept telling you in 2015, 2016, oh man, while it's dropping down to $26, $27 an ounce, don't worry about it. Now's a good time to buy. Do your cost averaging. And you're sitting there like, hey, wait a minute. I've been cost averaging down since it was 40. And now it's 30. Now it's 27 and you're still saying buy some more? Okay, the stackers believed them. So what do we have again? Another year goes by, 2017. Once again, they said, oh, no, I can't go not much lower than this. Buy some more. So you stack some more. All the while it's coming down. And here we are in 2018. The other day, it went to its lowest value in over 1 year. So if you would have listened to the gurus telling you to buy silver, and you would have spent thousands of dollars potentially for the last 6, 7 years, all that money would have been out the window. And even if you wanted to do something with it, you can't trade it back in for anything because you done lost thousands of dollars. And everybody's going, that's a way to win. Well, that's not the way to win. So just take a listen. When this next recession occurs, the price of precious metals will start declining. This is your window of opportunity that in a 1 to 2 year span, you can double, triple, 5 times, 6 times your money. Okay? The question is, are you going to act like you're at a casino when you're winning? Do you know when to leave? So if you're going to wait around for something to happen and use money to make more money, which is what Stop Struggling Now is all about, that's what you should do. You shouldn't be putting your money in cold storage that when you break it out, it may not even be worth anything in the long run. Remember, all markets are manipulated. Nothing is a free market. Don't believe that hype. Because right now, you cannot go to Venezuela with a bar of any precious metal and get the value that you're going to think. Everybody's going to look at you like, what are you talking about? We're not going to take no damn bar and give you some money. We need food. We need clothing. We need shelter. And when you're there, you're going to need that too. So, and by the way, if it doesn't get confiscated, and I don't know where you're going to exchange it at, you're probably going to have to go to Colombia or something. So, anyhow, the problem with that is that's why I have my silver challenge. And people that's listening to me, just keep in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only. Just a little, perspective on things regarding precious metals this time. So look at the charts. Go to APMEX.com. Look at the 50 year to date. Look at the 10 year, 20 year. You can go back 30, 40, 50 years. And I'll give you an example. Late 70s, there was a recession. See what happened with the precious metals market. Late 80s, there was a recession. Go look and see what happened. Late 1990s, early 2000s, go look and see what happened. You'll see there's kind of a pattern. And then you'll be like, why are all these people collecting money all these years waiting around for the economic collapse when there's not going to be one? United States currency is the world's currency. So do you really think that the world's going to say, hey, we're just going to let the economic collapse happen? No, they have a plan. All right? They have a big plan in place. This is why they manipulate the markets. So I'm kind of ranting about this, but I've talked to people extensively. So what we're going to do at StopStrugglingNow.com is recommend let the gurus keep telling the other stackers to stack. Where I'm telling you is listen to some of my previous videos, put some money away that earns interest, that makes you money, invest in something that makes you money instead of putting it in cold storage. You don't want to spend 20, 30, 40 grand and put it in cold storage in a black hole while it's losing to inflation on the come. Why not just invest 10, 5, 10, 3,000, 2,000, 200 into something that makes you money? And then use that money when it goes down in value. And then in a 2-year time span, turn that money into 3, 4, 5, 10 times your money. It's going to happen. It's coming. And so all you got to do is pay attention. And just pay attention to when the stock market starts crashing, housing market starts crashing, and people are losing jobs. The scenario that happened in 2006, 7, and 8. That'll come around again. So you don't have to worry about it. You'll have a chance to actually make a nice sum of money, and it's not going to take you a lot. Because if you think about it, if you had $100 here, $200 there, and you're able to buy some silver at $9 an ounce, you would have, let's say, 10 ounces. And then you do that a few times. And if it did shoot up to some ridiculous number like $70 a share, you get 7 times your money. Who would be upset about that in a short time span? If it's 2 years or less, why would you care? But keeping stuff in cold storage for 10 years, 15 years, and being happy about, I have some sort of investment that I can't reap the benefits from, that's not called an investment. Okay? So my challenge, let's get to it. So I've been looking around on the internet and I was looking for an escrow service or a betting escrow service, and I couldn't find one. That's why I haven't come out with this challenge earlier, because I couldn't find an escrow service, because after people lose their bet, they have a hard time paying up. So I didn't want to involve myself with welchers, especially people that's betting on cold storing their money. They'll be the first ones that'll be like, hey, this is real money. I don't want to give away that money that I lost a bet on, but I'll give money to sit it in a black hole for 10 years and I'm good. So I haven't been able to find an escrow company, but I'm still going to offer the bet. This is good up until September 15th. Okay, 2018. I will make it, it's just going to be a $170 bet, which is roughly the equivalent of 10 ounces of silver. We're going to have a gentleman's agreement almost, except I'm going to have way more leverage because if more than one person or two or three or five accepts my offer, exponentially, I'm sure I'm going to have some of these silver stackers taking me up on my offer. You know, they wholeheartedly believe that there's going to be an economic crash. And they also wholeheartedly believe that the price of silver is going to be going up in the next month or two or three or four. All right. So that is my challenge actually. Before September 15th, I am willing to put into escrow $170 and the other person has to put in $170 and that'll cover at the moment 10 ounces. But either way, it's $170. Before September 15th, on January 15th, if the price of silver is higher than what it is when we did our agreement, what day you said you accept the agreement, then I give you $170. If the price is lower than the day we entered to the agreement for silver, then I win and they release the $170 to me. So that is the Silver Stacker Challenge. Now, let's see which one of y'all are going to be going, let's put your money where your mouth is. And by the way, you know it's going to be on video. I'm not too proud. If I lose, I'll pay up. But something tells me I'm very confident that I'm not going to lose and I might as well make some money just like the gurus offer you guys. So come on, bring it. So, with that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.